Hey, it's Mary,
And Zara,
and you're listening to our first ever podcast,
Grubby Finger Girls.
which is actually one of our first topics of the day.
We were inspired by the Wellington lesbian radio. We want to share stories about being a queer girl living in Dunedin, New Zealand.
Each episode, we will bring you 3 topics of joy.
First, today Mary will talk about Dunedin's Little Dog Walking Club and the overwhelming effect of climate change on our little dogs of Dunedin.
Second, Zara will discuss phobias and pet peeves of cleanliness and general grubbiness of fingers.
Thirdly, we will be sharing with you our own star sign predictions.
Here we go! Everyone all around the world knows about the devastating consequences of climate change. The rising temperatures, affected ecosystems, droughts and heat waves. Today we want to talk about the forgotten victims, the little dogs of Dunedin. This topic was first brought to our attention in 2005 when the ODT did a front page article entitled "Swamped Dog Victim of Climate Change." Since then, everyone seems to have forgotten about this tragic tale, and I think it's about time we reopen this topic for discussion. So Zara, in 2005, did you see this article about the swamped dog?
No, actually, I must have missed that.
It was quite big news here in Dunedin. For those who missed it, it was a full front page article with a photo of the 2 ladies who lost their dog embraced and holding a picture of their lost dog, who was a wire-haired fox terrier, I believe. So what had happened is that the dog had been going for a walk in St Clair Beach. Beautiful walking spot for dogs.
This is a nice spot.
Do you walk your dog Peggy there?
Yes, but I walk her up the top.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of people now walk their dogs up the top because...
There's not really any access to the beach anymore.
Because, of course, of climate change, which is what this story first pointed out to Dunedin.
I must say, when you first told me this, I was devastated about the loss of the little dog.
Yes, so the lady was walking her dog. She walked past signs warning about the erosion, but kept going. The dog was off lead. She went to fetch the dog back, and it slipped as the trail crumbled, and the dog fell into the waves. So the lady jumped into the water and got a hold of the dog, but it managed to slip free in the waves, and then she realised she was in a situation where she potentially could herself drown. She jumped out of the ocean, climbed herself back up the bank, turned around to see the dog also escape the waves and run off down the beach. The dog, unfortunately, was never seen again, so it's kind of unsure about what happened to the little wire-haired fox terrier.
Poor wee thing. I like to think that he's still out there.
I like to think that too, maybe living wild in St Clair.
That would be nice. Or maybe someone took him in, gave him some treats, gives him treats every day, and live a good life.
That sounds nice. He was 15 in 2015.
So now he'll be reaching his retirement years.
Exactly. That's just what I was going to say. So what I really liked about this article and what it really portrayed to me was Dunedin really didn't believe in climate change until some lady's little dog nearly got swept out to sea. And that's just really how I feel encapsulates the whole attitude of Dunedin towards these big global events. Unless it's affecting our little dogs, we don't really pay attention. So I think it's about time we start talking about this again. I live in South Dunedin, which is an area which potentially could be underwater in 50 years. So I think it's about time the whole community at large thinks about the little wire-haired fox terrier and starts once again discussing climate change. Thanks.
And there you have it. Peggy licking the pesto bowl. So, hello, it's me, Zara. So today I wanted to talk about grubby fingers. Now, this thought kind of flooded into my mind when my friend had the ice cream out. And now this just doesn't happen with ice cream. This happens with every appetizing dish that I see. I just have to stick my fingers into it. I like to feel it and then taste it. Now my flatmates hate this. Every time I do it, they hate it. But I just can't stop. I like to get grubby. I like to feel the food with my fingers. I don't care if it's sticky. So I just realised, since my flatmates kind of told me off for doing it, that it seems to be a problem.
Yeah, I have to say, Zara, when I first started flating with you back in 2013, the first time I ever saw you completely submerge your fingers into a bowl of ambrosia, it was a little bit of a learning curve for me.
I almost forgot I did that.
You did definitely do that. But I think I definitely accepted it quicker than other people we have lived with in the past, perhaps. Maybe your new flatmates can just learn to accept it as well.
I mean, they still love me.
That's good.
I just think that's just not how they do things. Yeah. They're actually very clean on the finger side. They always smell good. Whenever they get a stain on their top, they usually change it, whereas I just kind of rub it in a bit and leave it there for the rest of the day.
Different strokes for different folks.
And what do you think, Mary? How do you feel about yourself being a sticky mess?
Well, I am also a kind of a grubby girl in general in life. I feel like my clothes are always generally quite grubby. I don't quite have the same urges with the fingers and the dipping that you do. I can understand people appreciating different textural submersions of their fingers, but it hasn't really been something that's hugely prolific in my life. When do you think, could you have a memory of when you first wanted to, or of you first submerging your fingers into food?
Well, when I eat food, I just like to enjoy it. I like to enjoy every aspect of it. And feeling my food before I eat it is just one of them. If I can't do it, I just feel like I'm missing out on an important part of the eating process.
I suppose if you lived in a place like Ethiopia or in India where they eat curries with their hands, like potentially you used to have some hidden Ethiopian heritage that your family don't know about.
You never know.
That's true. Hey guys, it's time to play Guess This Mystery Sound. Listen to this next clip and try to guess what it is. And now it's time for star signs.
The paper has star signs, so why can't we? Here we go. Aquaries. As the sun descends, you will too.
Hey Pisces, visit the farmer's market. It's a great place to buy local produce.
Aries. Alas, beware of 50-year-old white men. They will destroy your bedroom furniture.
Taurus, explore your town. You never know what you may find. You could stumble upon the love of your life at a farmer's market.
Hey Gemini, impress your friends. Buy yourself a pizza and say you made it.
Hey Cancer, quit biting your nails. Try by submerging your face in a casserole.
For those Leos out there, the cravings for vanilla milkshakes are caused by Pluto in retrograde.
Virgo, I am a horse and I will be there at the time to pick up the love of my life.
Libra, the full moon whispers, the creepiest part of you is you.
Hey Scorpio, Jupiter entering the shadows of Venus will cause podcasts you produce over the next week to be highly successful.
Those Sages out there like me, hey Sag Vag, you will win at life. At first, if you beat it in a game of Ludo.
Capricorn, use predictive of all your texts. It will save you a lot of heartbreak. Thanks guys, that was the first episode of Grubby Little Fingers.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you check us out next week. Like and subscribe. Please do, please don't, please do.
Please do. Thank you. I still can't figure out how to turn it off.